If there's one tool I can't live without, it's my beauty blender. So today I'm going to show you some of my favorite ways to use it. First, let's go over how to properly use one. It's important to make sure it's damp before you use it, but remember, it's damp, not wet. Why does it need to be damp? That stops the makeup from absorbing into the sponge. Fully saturate the sponge in water and squeeze out the excess. I like to wrap it in a paper towel to get even more water off. It'll increase in size and feel softer on your skin. When you use a beauty blender, use a bouncing motion to blend and never swipe. I like to use the round side for the bigger areas of my face and then flip it over and use the pointed side to get under the eyes and around the nose. And then it's important to know how to clean one. Apparently, you're supposed to wash your beauty blender every time you use it, but I don't, so I go for once a week. One way to clean it is with a bar of soap. Rub the damp sponge on a bar in circular motions and continually squeeze out the soap and liquid. Repeat this process until the beauty blender is as good as new and then rinse. Also, always let your beauty blender completely dry before you pack it away because you don't want to get mold on this little guy. Don't toss the container it comes in. You can use it as a drying rack, and you can also use it to keep it safe when you travel. Now let's talk about other ways you can use your beauty blender. You almost always associate beauty blenders with makeup, but I like to use mine for skincare too. That way you don't transfer dirt and oil from your fingers to your face. You can dampen your beauty blender with ice water and use it to depuff under your eyes or anywhere else you need it. It's one of the tips I use since I don't sleep these days. Next, you can use a beauty blender to refresh your makeup throughout the day. Simply get a clean, damp beauty blender and bounce it over any areas that look cakey. I especially love it in places where my makeup creases, like around my eyes or lips. Or you can take it to the next level by dampening it with a face mist. That will refresh and reset your makeup as well as give you a skincare boost. When your beauty blender has passed its prime, usually around 3 months, don't toss it. There are a ton of ways to use your old beauty blender. Here are some of my favorites. First, a beauty blender is great to get out those little white stains you get from deodorant. Just use a dry beauty blender to rub away the evidence. You can also use a beauty blender to create an ombre nail design. First, apply your base color and let it dry completely. Then, take the polish you want for the ombre and place it on the pointed tip of the sponge. Start at the center of your nail and work your way up. The key is to use a light touch so you don't overdo it. Once you're happy with it, lock it in with the top coat. Now, if you don't have time to go to the hair salon, you can use a dry beauty blender to touch up your roots. Dip the sponge into an eyeshadow that's similar to your hair color and press it into your roots. Those grays will magically disappear. And last, you can use an old beauty blender to get rid of shine on your face. Wrap a blotting paper around the pointed end of the sponge and pat it on your face. Using the pointed end will help you get into those hard to reach areas like around your nose. What are your favorite ways to use a beauty blender? Tell me in the comments below, and don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Also, find us on Instagram, we're @mixedmakeup, and you can find me @SusanYara. Thanks for watching. Oh.